Hi, it's Bae bringing you Captain Tsubasa Dream Team, the global version. And I received some comments after doing one video around this game for the Japanese version, because I went through a little notification that arrived from Club Games, which was this one, the maintenance notification for June 4th. So unlike the usual maintenance, this says the maintenance is for version upgrade, right? That's all it says for the global version, but actually in the Japanese version, it says what kind of update this is. Okay, so I think it's gonna be the same for the global. So let me go over it for you guys as well, because this is gonna be something really important, I think. Well, they haven't disclosed much yet at the moment, so we could only guess what it's gonna be like, but they did mention vaguely or briefly what's it gonna be, which is they are going to put a new function or feature with called a limit break feature. I think, I don't know how it'll be called in English, but to translate what it says in Japanese, it says limit break function, which is by clearing a certain requirement which they didn't disclose at this stage. The parameter of max parameter of each character will raise. Yeah, that's what it says. That's why it's limit break, right? Yeah. So which means, I assume from my experience playing all the other mobile app games like Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball, or like, I don't know, Puzzle and Dragons, or yeah, all that kind of stuff. They always have this function, right? Limit break function. So I assume it's gonna be like the same. So from here, I'm only gonna be talking with my assumption, okay? Don't believe me too much. I think what it's gonna be is that if you have a duplication, you'll be able to give that duplication to the same character, and then that character's limit will go up, the cap will go up, I think, so that the stats will raise by like 5% or something like that. And then I think you could probably do up to like 5 limit breaks at max, which ends up to be like, I don't know, like 25% boost on the character's stats. That's my assumption. The reason why I guess it like that is because all the other games are like that, first of all, and also reason why all these other game makers do this, use this function, is because that's how they make money, right? Because like, for example, let's say they do a Dream Fest. Next Dream Fest is some new character, and then together with this new character, they'll do 2 like selected characters whose probabilities will be the same as the new character. That's how it is in Japan. It will be for the global as well, because you now have caught up to the Japanese version. So when that happens, right, and let's say for example the new 2 selected characters, that's existing characters, are something that you already have, and you don't think, you're not really attracted to the new character, for example, would you pull that? You know, I wouldn't if I were that person. But if this new function is here, the limit break function, and you're now able to dupes are actually better, maybe even than getting new characters, if the character is really strong, like Fest Pierre, or like Fest Revel or something like that, right? If my assumption is right, then people will actually pull that gacha, unlike where there is no limit break function. You wouldn't pull. Most of you would probably not pull because the selection is bad for you. Yeah, that's probably why that is why I guess my assumption is like that. I think this is business, you know, it's game, but for Club Games it's business, so they have to come up with a way to keep the business running. So yeah, that's my assumption. I don't know how it's gonna be, but let's wait for Monday. But of course, you know, I've been hearing voices or people's opinions that for games with PvP as a like a ultimate goal content, it's really risky to give this kind of function, because at the end, the more you pay, the more you get stronger, and the gap between people who pay a lot to those who don't or who pay less will be really big, and it's gonna be there's gonna be no chance for the light users to win these heavy users, right? So the difference will be even bigger than now, right? So that's the risk that I agree could happen. So I hope Club Games will do something on top of what other game makers do, because like the games I raised as an example, like Dokkan Battle, that's like a single player game, right? Whereas this one is a PvP game at the end. So yeah, you shouldn't take everything exactly the way it is from other games that only does single player mode. Yeah, that I agree. So I hope they do something. And I started playing Dragon Ball Legends as well, and you know, in that game, that's PvP game too, but because it's already like Dokkan Battle, sorry to mention all the other games, but I just want to raise examples. I fear that game might be at the end, you know, have, you know, give this situation that we are worrying to this new update in Captain Tsubasa, because that game, you could to get stronger, you have to pull the gacha or transfer or whatever you call it, summon, and then the more same character you get, you could evolve even higher, like Limit Break. Yeah, so, and it's PvP, so I don't think, you know, it's risky, yeah, like many of you are saying already. So I hope, yeah, something will be done so that the risks or the worries that we have in mind won't come true. Yeah. Well, anyways, something new function feature is something we should look forward to, because if things don't change, right, we get bored at the end. So yeah, that's good, and I wish someday in the near future Club Games will bring some new tournaments or like events, rather than playing Tsubasa Cup every once in a while. I hope those things happen too, now that it's almost 1 year for the Japanese version ever since the release. So yeah, so that's it. And also some small minor changes is that from this update, there's gonna be this badge function where you're able to collect these particular badges, or I don't know if you say badge in English, but like a icon, which you can collect from playing Tsubasa Cup or some other events like Tsubasa Cup, it says, and then you could put that on next to your name. So it's like a reward to show how you did in the last Tsubasa Cup or whatever, probably. Like for example, if you become a soccer king, then maybe they'll give you like a soccer king kind of icon, so that you could put that on next to your name or something. Yeah. And it also says there's gonna be some new event coming, and oh, you're also now able to change the characters' uniform, jersey, what number, to whatever number you like. And they're gonna do a minor change on the auto pick for the formation, because the AI for that is not quite it wasn't meeting our expectations at how well with the current one. So I think they're gonna fix that. And then it says yeah, they're gonna also change or fix some balance the online matching yeah. So that's about it. Whoops, sorry. Whoa, I didn't do the thing. Whoops. Okay, anyways, yeah. So that's about it for today. I hope everything is clear. Yeah, so let's look forward to what happens on Monday. So that's about it for today. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.